Green Room is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's an edge-of-your-seat thriller that keeps your heart racing the entire movie. So when I found out that the director, Jeremy Saulnier, was making a movie called Hold the Dark that was also based off of a screenplay written by his longtime collaborator, Macon Blair, that was also based off of a novel, well, I dusted off my reading glasses from the last time that I tried to read through the Harry Potter series, giving up on part 5, and I got right into it. The entire time that I read through the book, I kept thinking, Green Room. It was like the book was written to be directed by Saulnier. Now, after waiting for over a year, the movie's finally out on Netflix. So what do I think of the movie? Well, first things first, it's not Green Room. If you go into the movie having not read the book and expect the movie to be an edge-of-your-seat thriller like Green Room, you're going to be disappointed. With that being said, if you go into the movie without these expectations, it's an awesome experience. The film is a slow-burning thriller and one that will reward you for sitting through the slow parts. It is exactly what you picture when reading through the book. The characters are all portrayed by actors who embody the words on the pages and deliver them in a way that you would have read them in your head. The setting of the novel, which is cold and dark, is perfectly imagined on the screen with shots that picture a vast, expansive tundra. Macon Blair plays the exact character you would have expected him to play. Jeffrey Wright does an amazing job as playing the passive protagonist Russell Core, who allows us to experience the events on screen from the eyes of an observer without too much intervention getting in the way of the plot on screen. Alexander Skarsgård embodies the chilling horror that is Vernon Sloan. He carries a coldness in his expressions on screen that really show he's an unpredictable force. The scenes, which take place in Iraq, are some of my favorite, where Alex shows that his character is truly unmoved and unchanged after experiencing the horrors of war. All of the shots of wolves in the movie are real ones. The movie actually started filming in New Zealand, and after finding out that wolves would not be allowed in the country, Saulnier actually scrapped the project and moved on and started from scratch. It just shows how much dedication he put into realizing the atmosphere for the story. One of the coolest scenes in the movie involves a shootout. It's an extremely technical scene that is executed with precision. The scene itself took 6 days to film with no CG whatsoever involved. In interviews, people seem to always point out the fact that this scene reminds them of the Las Vegas shootings. And then they actually proceed to ask Saulnier if he feels some sort of responsibility portraying this kind of violence on screen, with so much violence taking place across the world. While I find this line of questioning pretty annoying and kind of pointless, it does speak to how realistic the scene is. And honestly, I think this scene is worth checking out the movie, if for no other reason, although there are many more to check it out. Guys, the movie is great, so go watch it. It's on Netflix right now, so if you have that, you really have no excuse. And if you want to see it in theaters, which I would highly recommend, there are limited showings across the US right now. I personally had the opportunity to check out one of the limited showings, and Jeremy actually did a Skype Q&A session after our showing. I got a lot of the questions that I had answered during this. It was a super cool experience. If you want to see that, I posted a link to the video in the description to this one. Guys, go check out the movie. You won't be disappointed. And if you can check it out in theaters, go ahead and do so. It really supports the director, who's done an amazing job of being super responsive, doing Ask Me Anythings on Reddit, responding on Twitter, and then again doing these Q&A sessions in theaters. So support it as much as you can. If you're a fan of Green Room, you'll definitely like this one. Just don't think you're going to watch Green Room. Thanks as always for watching, guys, and until the next one, see you later.